In this video, I'm going to show you how to mount your one blades. I've just mounted a 230mm on a 240. This is how that looks. Nice and flush at the front, and then there is a bit of space at the back. And what we do at the very beginning, we mount only on the sliders. And with mounting inline figure skates, you can't really do it wrong. Now obviously you can, but they're a lot more forgiving than ice blades because you don't essentially have the two edges. Because what can happen with ice blades is they're in the wrong place. You go on the ice, one side feels super sharp and the other edge feels like you're just slipping. So what we do, first of all, we need to find the center of the back and the front, and that will be our guide. So the easiest way to do this is you literally just look at it and you find where the center is and you do a little mark. So we do a little mark here, and then we look here, and the stitching doesn't always show you where the center is. Now, as I say, you don't have to be perfect, right? Because I've mounted every single brand when I was testing back in Roller World. And so what you want to do, and this applies for new boots. If you're taking your ice blades off, then you can use your ice blades holes as a guide, and I'll do a video about that. But this is for new boots. So what you want to do, you just want to kind of eyeball where you think the front is. And as I say, it's going to be a guide, because once you have your blades on and you have the center of both lined up and you have your sliders and then you skate on them, if they feel like you need to move them, then you can move them. That's why I say it's like you can't really do it wrong. And I believe everybody can do this themselves if they have the right tools. So let's see what tools we need. So we need a very small drill bit. I think this is a 2 mil or 2.5. Very small drill bit. Obviously you need your screws. Use the screws that came with your boots because every boot is different. These are the screws that came with GH. Then you're going to need your drill bit. And what I have these. So this is a regular, and then I have these extenders. I bought these on Amazon for about £5–6. So because what happens if you just have the short one, then when you want to screw, it sometimes doesn't reach, and that's a pain. So you're better to pick some of these up, but your drill bit that you have, whatever this is called, a holder, may work. So then you will have your screw inside, and when you have your drill bits, you match and you make sure that it's the one that fits and it doesn't really wiggle too much. And so I've already done one pair, so I know exactly what I need. So then when you've got your boot, you've got your one blades, you've got your center at the front and the back. Oh, there's one other tool that you can use. You need something. You see this drill bit? You see how it's sharp? You need something that you can essentially, once you've found the center at the front and the back. So at the back of the one blade's edge, there's like a little semicircle. So the center of the semicircle is the center of the back. And then you can use this hole, the hole down the front here, you can use this as the center, right? So the number one rule, the very front has to be flush at the front. The back doesn't really matter. So once you've got your front lined up, you just hold that at the front. And then for this one here, this is a 230mm going on a 230mm boot. So as you see, it's flush at the front and the back. Let me show you that. It's flush there and it's flush there. So you can't see the back. So what you have to do, I'm going to hold this like this. So let's imagine that I'm holding this down. what you do is you make sure that's lined up straight. You just come forward a little bit till you can see the little bit of pen that you put, and then you know exactly where the center is. And then just rest it on your knee like this, because you're not going to have the holder at home, are you? You're just going to be like this. So your knees work like this perfectly, because then you can just sit over it. So you make sure the front is lined up there, and you can use your little fingers to hold it like this to make sure it stays in line. And then you make sure that that's straight at the back. So then you just push it back a hair to make sure that's in line. And then once you're really happy, take your little drill, or maybe you've got some kind of a spike. You just need something to go through and put tiny little holes. Yes, you could use a pen as well, but I'm using one of these, because then you go through and you essentially put it just needs a little bit right in the center. Yeah, and once you've done that, take it off. And if you are using a drill bit that has the little spike, then take this afterwards, find the holes, and then just do it a little bit more so it's more pronounced, so then you can see where the holes are. So then when you drill after, it's much easier. Now I am actually drilling the front and the back. You probably don't need to drill the front, but I find when you drill, this gives the screwdriver a guide of where to go to stay straight. Otherwise it can go in skew width. So once you've got your holes, shall I do the other one at the same time? So let's do the other one at the same time. So let's find the center. Because as I say, you can't really do it wrong, because you're not going to be off that much. You can pretty much see where the center is and where the very, very front will be. See, this is here. That is not the center for me. It's just here. Yes, I've done this a few times. But this is the first video I'm making where I'm kind of just taking you along and so you see how it's going to be. So then we find the center there. We slide forward a little bit. Then we bring it back till this is flush at the front. Then we take our little screw, little drill bit, and we put little thing. Once that's done, you just make the hole bigger. Now, if you do have access to a pro shop, then you can go to a pro shop and do it there. But that will cost you money, and I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. And I've got 8 more pairs to do, so I will probably make some more videos. So now we've got all the holes ready to drill. So now you take your drill and you put your drill bit inside. Now you make sure you put it onto the drill part. And then what you want to do, you want to make sure that you're drilling down straight. Yeah, and if you think about how long your screw is, you want to be going all the way, right? So you just want to make sure, because what you can do, there's different ways you could do it like this. I like to do it like this so I can see that it's nice and straight. You do want all this crap to come out as well. So you've got a nice hole. It's one. Start off nice and slow, there's no rush. You've got to remember, every boot is different. I don't like to rush. I like to make sure that if it does have a plastic heel, that the plastic bits are coming out. And you will feel sometimes it just goes all the way through. So now on the front ones, I just do it just a little bit, just to make sure the screws are going to go nice and straight after. And you'll find sometimes it just wants to go all the way through anyway, quite easy. There we go. All 4 done. I'm going to do the other one now. So this will give you kind of a good idea of how long it generally takes. That is good. That's good. Almost there, just these 2 little ones to do. Just do just a little bit on the front. There we go, and make sure all the bits are out. Okay, so that is that part done. You can get rid of the drill bit. You can get your screwdriver ready. Now make sure you switch it down. I put it on 4 when I'm putting the screws in, which is normally good for the front and some of the back, but you may need to go to 6 or 8. But we start with 4, then we go up, so we do not round them off or have the screws just going round and round and round and round. Now make sure that the logos are the same side as the logos on your boots, because it's very easy to just put it on the wrong side. So then what you want to do, you just want to line up the blade in the center, and then depending if you have magnetic screws, which most people sorry, a magnetic holder, most people won't. So what you have to do is you need to, this is why it's good to have the holes drilled a little bit, is that you just take like this and then you hold it. I actually need to move that a little bit there. Then you hold it with your fingers and you make sure it's lined up nice. And then once that's there, you just slowly start to drill. Make sure it stays straight. And because you've already pre-drilled the hole, it will naturally find the hole and stay straight, which is an added benefit. For me, it's the benefit. It's the only benefit of the front. And just screw it in just a little bit, just so it holds, and then go to the back. And as I said before, you're only doing the sliders because you do want to skate before you put more holes in. And unless you're going to go and try to do backflips or something pretty powerful, then you could skate only on the sliders anyway. Like all of these blades are going to stay on the sliders for now, these testers. I won't be putting anything else in. So once you've got them all in, you can still move around. Then what you want to make sure that everything is lined up nice and straight, exactly where you want it. And then you can then screw them all the way in. I start with the heel. You see it's already on 4. That's on 4, so that's not got all the way in. So now I'm just going to put the front ones in because that will work. Perfect. There we go, job done. So now I'm going to go up to 6 on the heel, and I'm going to make sure this is lined up nicely, exactly where I want it. Push. So we're going to have to go up to 8. Maybe 9. That's holding nice. That's holding nice. There you go. 1 done. And then we'll do the other one. Exactly the same. So we take our little guys. Oh, before you start, put it back onto 4. Always want to start on 4. Like having the holes pre-drilled, it's everything. Because as long as you get the screw in the right place, it just guides it in beautiful. Okay, that's that done. Then we'll take the 2 big ones and we'll put these in the heel. Remember, you don't go all the way in straight away. We just want to get all four in. Okay, so now it's all in. It can wiggle about. So you want to make sure everything lines up exactly how you wanted it before. And then we're going to start the front. Perfect. Now we'll come to the back, make sure it's lined up. That side went in with 4 actually. Let's try this side. There we go. So we're on the sliders. You see this is absolutely flush at the front, flush at the back. So we've got a 230 boot and we've got a 240 boot, both with 230mm. Now you can see the difference here. So if you look, you can see the difference there. Now we'll show from this side. You can see. So this one, it's sitting on there perfect, and then this one it's forward a bit. But that's the whole point, that this can work like that. Imagine you are a person that's on the 230 and then you need to go to the 240. You go up to, or 235, maybe 240, you will keep the same frame. So that is quite a nice benefit. So yeah, that's how to fit your frame. So the next thing you would do, let's keep this video going. Next thing you would do, you would fit your wheels, and all of our wheels come with the bearings and the spacers in. Now the first job you want to do is make sure the front, I've already got them undone, make sure the front is undone, because this holds everything together. And then once you've got that all done, take your wheels and you're going to have your rocker axles so you can see how they are. So the rocker axles go up or down. I suggest on to have them all pointing down. So just when you start, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all 4 in, and then just take one by one, just screw it, and you'll be able to screw it all the way in by hand. Very, very good quality rocker axles. Should be able to go all the way in. Because when I do things, I like to do the same job over and over again. I find it can be faster to do things instead of doing the whole wheel, tighten it. It's just faster, so you can do all those like that. Then take your tool, which will be similar to this. There are a couple of changes that I've made from these, and just make sure that is nice and tight. And what's been great about One Blade Edge for me, I never have to retighten these. So I tighten them and I can forget about it because they never have come undone for me. And there we go. Regardless how tight you do them, they will always spin. So that is that done. And once you've tightened the wheels, then just retighten this, and that just holds everything together nicely. So that's one done. And then we're going to do the next one. Let's get the 4 wheels here ready to go. We've actually got a rocker axle in here. And whilst this one is in here, I'm just going to show you how it works. So once you imagine there's a wheel here, you unscrew it, then you pop it out, and this is pointing down at the moment. If you wanted to change the rocker, you just turn it, and then you just push it back in like that. Dead easy. So we'll take that out, and then we'll make sure the front is undone. This one is actually tight. Make sure that's undone, and then we'll put all the wheels in. So we go 1, we're putting them all down. Do make sure to pay attention to this. When I first got them, I was putting them in the wrong way sometimes. So you just put them all in, just like that. And remember, the blue wheels are for indoors, and the white wheels are for outdoors. Yes, you could use the outdoor indoor, but they won't feel as good. I would not use the blue outdoor because they will get ruined. And one of the beauties of our dual durometer wheels is you will see that, for example, the outdoor, essentially the red part is softer. That's 82, that's 85. So even though it's harder, you still have a little bit of cushion. And these are just inverted, it's the opposite. Indoor, you're going to be nice and soft, then it's a little bit harder. You know, 82, 85, dual durometer gives you the benefits of a soft wheel, but feeling a bit harder. And I personally love it. Like, try your outdoor wheels indoor. See what I mean? It won't feel right. You know, wheels make such a difference, and most people don't know or don't realise because they haven't tried, or they've only tried regular indoor. They haven't tried our indoor. You know, everything I did with the One Blade Edge, I wanted it to be the best. I wasn't guessing. I have tested everything and done my research. Let's get all of these in nicely. Now what is fun, I'm going to have 3 sizes that I can take with me when I'm going places. I'm going to have a 230, I'll probably have a 220, a 230 and a 240mm boot. So if you are that size and you see me anywhere, you might be able to test One Blade Edge. All done. and then we screw that nice and tight on both sides. Then we get the last two stoppers that I've got, the last two in this size, and they screw all the way in like that. And then we tighten that. There we go, that's one done. Now these are not the stoppers that you'll be getting, they will be a nice cream colour, but these are the ones that I had for testing. The material will be the same on all stoppers, exactly the same material of this, just a nice colour. And there you go. That is a 240mm boot, ready to go. Look at that, how beautiful. And yeah, I'll have to do the wheels for these. They're there, they'll get put on soon. But yeah, if you've got any questions, then drop them below and I will answer them. And I'll be doing some more videos like this coming up, ones that are a bit shorter. But today I thought I just wanted to take you along for the journey. And yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? So have an amazing day and I'll see you in the next video.